Hey guys, I hope you had a wonderful weekend. Today we are going to be reading our next story in our unit, which is Tales from the Odyssey. It is going to be a short excerpt about Odysseus Odysseus's journey home from Troy. So, this is going to be a story that you will probably read again a few more times in the next few years in English class because it is a classic tale that does have a lot of good things to discuss within the story. So, this is about some of the adventures of a hero from the Greek mythology named Odysseus. Odysseus and his men are trying to return home from after fighting in the Trojan War, but they face dangers and challenges and are thrown off course on their journey. So today you're going to be doing your bell ringer. We'll be looking at the Tales from the Odyssey, some vocab and jumpstart questions. You'll have some time to read our story here before you will answer 4 comprehension questions. So before you read, I want you to think about this question. How can searching for a way home lead to exploration? So this is going to have to deal with the story that you are reading today. Again, as Odysseus and his men are finding their way home, how can that lead to exploration? So have you ever had a time where you have been trying to make your way home, but it has led into some sort of adventure? So some vocabulary words that we will be looking at. So if you're looking at page 452 of your textbook, we have the 4 vocabulary words: invaded, violent, offended, and wrath. So you are going to be using context clues to help determine the meaning of these words. Now, all 4 of these words are going to be on page 454 within the story. So again, you're going to be using context clues and other vocabulary strategies to help determine the meaning of these unfamiliar words. You do not have to go and look them up in the dictionary. Again, it's just kind of based off of the sentence that they are in. Can you determine the meaning? Now, as you read, you're going to want to look for some of Odysseus's characteristics and pay attention to the way some of the characters view the gods. Again, this is Greek mythology, so they do talk about the gods like Venus and Hercules and those type of Greek gods within that time era. You're also going to want to annotate what are some of the details that are more vivid. So what words or what areas within the story are they using a lot of descriptive detail? And then do some important narrative. So what are some important conversations that are happening? And then can you connect this to any similarities to shows, movies, or books that you have seen or read, or any connections that you can make based on your own life? Now again, to read this, you can either read on your own. The story starts on page 453, or you can listen to the story by accessing the story on Pearson Online. The Tales from the Odyssey is going to be in the small group, which I believe is the blue color, once you get into that table of contents. Then just some background is the Tales from the Odyssey. Mary Pope Osborne adapts this famous Greek epic by Homer called the Odyssey. Homer's prequel to the Odyssey was called the Iliad, which tells the story of the Trojan War, a 10-year war between the Greeks and the people of Troy. In the Odyssey, Homer tells the story of Odysseus, a Greek king and a war hero, and the long, dangerous journey he and his men make on their way home from the Trojan War. This excerpt from the Osborne's retelling starts at the beginning of their 10-year journey. So again, this is just a short part of a much bigger story, and you guys, again, will probably in the next few years with English classes read a lot more from this story. Then once you're done, you'll have to go into the Google document and make sure that you are writing your answers in complete sentences. And that's all we have for today. So I will be talking to you all again tomorrow.